When the sun set over the horizon, the vast expanse of the Texas sky blazed with colors, a breathtaking spectacle that mirrored the turmoil in June Miller's heart. She gripped the steering wheel of her pickup, knuckles white, her gaze fixed on the road ahead. Behind her in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, there were memories and there were secrets. In front of her lay an uncertainty that both terrified and enticed her. She had left Baton Rouge not because life there was unbearable, but because life anywhere was better than the stifling reality of her existence there. She was tired of the backstabbing, the gossip, the men who made promises as empty as their pockets. She was done with the pretense, the facades, the lies that choked her like smoke. Dusty Hollow Ranch sprawled before her like an oasis, a testament to the enduring spirit of the Wild West. Rolling hills, a meandering creek, and a solitary figure at the top of the porch, steps watching her approach. His name was Wade Colton, a man as solid and dependable as the land he inhabited. His eyes, the color of weathered leather, studied her without any hint of judgment, a trait that would become both comforting and challenging for June. As a rancher, Wade understood the value of hard work and resilience, qualities he embodied in every aspect of his life. Beneath his gruff exterior, however, lay a sensitivity that June would gradually uncover, layer by layer, like an archaeologist unearthing precious artifacts from the earth. The ranch was a sanctuary, a refuge from the chaos of June's past. In the solitude of the sprawling property, she found a semblance of peace, a brief respite from the ghosts that haunted her. She had come here seeking anonymity, hoping to fade into the vastness of the Texas landscape. June had been captivated by the expansive canvas of the sky since she was young, finding solace in its immensity. When she worked as a waitress in Baton Rouge, she would often escape to the rooftops during her breaks, breathing in the freedom that the open air represented. There, amidst the maze of concrete buildings, she felt a sense of connection with nature that sustained her through the drudgery of her everyday life. But it was here, in the heart of Texas, surrounded by the intoxicating fragrance of bluebonnets and the haunting melody of a lonely whippoorwill, that she experienced the sky in its purest form. It was a sky that mirrored the boundless potential within her, a reminder that she, too, could reach new heights if she dared to dream beyond the confines of her current reality. As June settled into her routine at Dusty Hollow, a strange mix of emotions bloomed within her, much like the wildflowers that carpeted the ranch. Days were filled with the rhythm of ranch life, feeding the cattle, mending fences, and tending to the horses. With calloused hands that bore silent witness to her determination, June found a sense of purpose in these tasks. She had always been drawn to the Old West, fascinated by the stories of resilience and grit that her grandmother used to tell her. Now, standing amidst the sprawling landscapes of Dusty Hollow, she realized that the legends were not mere tales, but reflections of the indomitable human spirit that thrived even in the harshest environments. Yet it was in the quieter moments that June truly felt the depth of her transformation. Sitting on the porch swing as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of burnt umber and violet, she savored the solitude. The absence of prying eyes and judgmental whispers allowed her to reconnect with herself, to piece together the fragments of her identity that had been scattered by years of deceit and neglect. One evening, as the sky blazed with the fiery palette of a Texas sunset, Wade approached June as she stood by the fence gazing at the distant hills. His presence was a quiet one, his boots making barely a sound on the soft earth. "It's a beautiful sky, isn't it?" he asked, his voice a low rumble that echoed the vastness of the landscape they inhabited. June turned to him, startled by his sudden appearance. A faint smile touched her lips as she replied, "It is. Reminds me of Louisiana. Back when I was a kid, I used to sit on our roof and watch the sunsets. It was my place of peace, I guess." A flicker of understanding crossed Wade's face, and he nodded slowly. "I understand that feeling," he said, his gaze returning to the horizon. "Out here, the sky's all you have to guide you. And it does a darn good job of it, too. As the days turned into weeks, the boundaries between them began to blur. They shared stories around a crackling fire, the flames dancing in sync with the unspoken emotions that flickered between them. Wade spoke of the land, its challenges, and its rewards, while June, hesitantly at first, then with growing ease, revealed glimpses of her own story, her voice gaining strength with each passing moment. In Wade's unwavering gaze, June saw a depth of empathy that disarmed her defenses. His silence was not a barrier, but a bridge connecting them in a way that transcended words. In the vast emptiness of the Texas sky, they found solace in each other's company, two souls recognizing the beauty of shared vulnerability. As the bond between them deepened, June found herself opening up to Wade in ways she had never imagined. The walls she had built so carefully around her heart started to crumble, revealing the raw, unfiltered emotions that had been trapped within her for so long. Wade, with his quiet strength and steady presence, provided the anchor that allowed June to navigate the turbulent waters of her past. He did not pry, yet his presence alone was a gentle reminder that she was not alone in her struggles. Through their shared experiences and unspoken understanding, a profound connection began to form between them. The vast openness of the Texas sky became a metaphor for the emotional landscape they were exploring together, full of promise, challenges, and the boundless potential for love. And under this immense sky, something remarkable began to stir within June, a cautious optimism, a tentative hope for a future that she had long ago given up on. As the seasons changed, so did the dynamics at Dusty Hollow. June's initial awkwardness around Wade gave way to a comfortable camaraderie. Their days were filled with the chores of the ranch, but their evenings were spent exploring the deeper complexities of their emotions. They talked about everything and nothing, their conversations weaving the tapestry of shared dreams and unspoken desires. Wade, with his earthy wisdom, spoke of the healing power of nature, of how the vast openness of the land mirrored the vastness of the soul. June, in turn, shared her dreams for a life filled with authenticity and love, aspirations that had been buried under the weight of her past. The sky above them remained a constant witness to their evolving relationship, a silent observer of the love story that was slowly unfolding beneath its endless expanse. There were moments, though, when June's past threatened to intrude, casting dark clouds over their newfound happiness. Memories of betrayal and abandonment flickered like distant storms on the horizon, reminding her of the pain that had shaped her guarded nature. During these times, Wade's love was a steady beacon guiding her through the turbulent seas of her emotions. He never forced her to confront her past, but his patient support and unwavering belief in her strength gave her the courage to keep moving forward. One evening, as they sat on the porch swing, the rhythmic creaking a lullaby to their hearts, Wade turned to June, his gaze intense. "You know," he said softly, "you don't have to run from your past. You can face it, understand it, and let it go." His words struck a chord within her, resonating with the truth that she had been denying. For so long, she had allowed her past to define her, to dictate her actions and choices. But in that moment, she realized that true freedom lay in confronting her demons, not in running away from them. With trembling hands, she reached for Wade's, his calloused fingers interlacing with hers. In his touch, she found a strength that bolstered her own, a reassurance that she was not alone in this journey of self-discovery. Together, under the watchful gaze of the endless Texas sky, they embarked on a journey of healing and self-discovery, their love story unfolding like a wildflower in bloom, resilient, beautiful, and forever reaching for the light.